Another question that I receive quite a bit is what's my vocal range, or how much vocal range do I have, or how much can I get? And my answer is I don't know. Basically, because everybody's going to be a little bit different. But let's just talk about it from the physical standpoint. Your vocal range is going to be determined by the size and shape of your vocal cords, basically. Men typically have voices that are a little bit deeper. Their vocal cords, if you were to look at them, may look a little thicker, or longer. That's just a basic. Women, their cords might look just visually a little bit thinner or shorter, and they typically their voices will be a little bit higher. Then you will have people who will have very extended ranges. What does that mean? It means that they have the ability to get their vocal cords to become really flexible. When I talk about that, like hitting these really high notes and all of that, there's a thing that happens that we call damping on the vocal cords, which just basically means that the cords will close up to a certain extent. It's just a way to think about it, so that the air is only vibrating over a very small portion of the vocal cord, so they're able to hit those really incredibly high notes. Not everyone is able to do that. It's just like not everyone is able to do a split. A lot of men can't do it, but then there's some that can do a split. Some athletes who can do it. And a lot of people can't. That's just the same way it's going to be with your voice. What we're always trying to do is to access as much of your range as you have the capability of reaching. That's what we're always doing. Now, I'm here with David, and David has typically a very deep voice, but he also has this really crazy ability to get into these very high ranges as well. So we're going to talk to him a little bit about that. So were you always kind of able to do that, or no?
No, I actually remember 4 years ago, I was in the car with my grandma, and I said, if I take singing lessons, is it possible to sing past this break that I have? I mean, I try and sing, and then I just break. Can I learn how to sing there? And they said, well, I don't know. And then, so at that time, I couldn't do anything, not even really a falsetto there. It was just like basically that sound.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now what's happened after we've worked a bit?
Well, now it's not even the same at all.
Okay.
Now, first I started getting into just a head voice, and as of, I would say, the last 3 months that I've been training a lot with Roger, then I've really been developing more of a mix where it's starting to sound similar to my chest voice, a similar timbre.
Okay. So let's do this. You wanted to work on this. You do this a lot. You work on. You pick Maroon 5, which Adam Levine has this very high voice.
Yeah.
And you like doing that. So you wanted to work on Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Now, is there a particular place that you were having trouble, or?
Well, it's not too bad. I just want to try and fix the chorus a little bit. I'm going a little bit wide. It says all is the first high note of the chorus.
Let's just see. Let's have you do a little bit and see what we get.
Okay.
So just start singing it and let's just see.
Okay. Yeah, Sunday morning rain is falling, and share some covers, share some skin. I like that.
Right. Now, Sunday morning, Sunday. Your starting position is going to be the most important. And what you were doing with this before, because I've not worked with you on this.
Song.
Okay. So what you were doing before when you first started to try to get it, because you felt, wow, it's way up there, so you would kind of go back in your throat.
Yeah.
What that does, and so that for all of you to understand that, when you do that, you start invariably, you will bring in all of this head voice or a falsetto sound or whatever it might be, where it's always falling back and you're not finding the connection. Sunday morning, is that it? Okay, so now what you're going to do is try to close your mouth, and you're going to start here, clean. Sunday morning.
Sunday morning.
Right. Now, as you're singing, we're going to reverse the old habit. So I want you to kind of hear, you've got to keep all those notes above there instead of that old place where it was going back in that area. And don't open for much. Sunday morning.
Sunday morning. morning,
Keep going.
Sunday morning,
Rain is
rain is falling.
rain is falling.
Rain is falling.
You completely have that. You see,
Okay.
all you have to do is just go right straight into it. Sunday morning, rain is falling.
Sunday morning, rain is falling.
That's it.
I think I plays one more. Yeah, and Sunday morning rain is falling. And share some covers, share some skin.
Great, do it again.
I like that.
Now you just missed a couple notes,
Yeah.
but you heard it. And now
Yeah.
Sunday morning, rain is falling.
And Sunday morning rain is falling.
Perfect.
Yeah, and Sunday morning rain is falling. And share some covers, share some skin.
Right.
I like that.
Now you dropped there. Share some. What is it?
Share some covers.
Share some covers. Do that.
Share some covers, share some skin.
Great. Now I wanted to point out something there. What David did is that what you're going to find is that you're not going to get all of it. You're going to build this in increments, as I talk about, or in sections. In other words, you will start to get the beginning, and this happens so much as you're working on songs. You figure out how you're getting the first part of the song. But again, if you've practiced this for a while, you've developed a lot of habits. So each time you go through it, you'll say, oh, I got more of it, and I'm going further and further through it. I used to always have certain songs that I would use to see, could I eventually end up getting through the entire song before everything started falling apart. And over time, as my technique kept changing, I would see that I would just keep getting more and more, just further and further into it. And that's what you're doing. So don't be discouraged when you start to feel, as you're singing, when you feel it start, oops, it went back to the old place. So let's do it again.
Okay.
And you're going to try to keep it. Sunday morning, rain is falling.
Okay. And Sunday morning rain is falling. And share some covers, share some skin. I like that. Oh, clouds are.
That was not
Yeah,
that was
better.
great.
It was
That was
better.
perfect. And
was
that's he said he got further. That's exactly
yeah.
what I'm talking about. He got further through it, then and then it went back to other place. And again, this song is such a stretch for his particular voice. You can hear that his voice is really, very deep. And so this is not a natural place for him to sing, but it's so great to work on stuff like this where you're just trying to gain mastery over your voice. Now, another thing that you can start to do on this, you have to, keep hearing. If you're doing something you've had that problem of things kind of falling back, start applying the idea of everything staying in one place and where you're just going straight into the words, straight into the notes. That's all you're thinking about. It's just going straight into it. I'm going to have him do it again where that's all he's thinking about throughout is going straight into these words. Okay, so there's no scooping happening. Let's try it again.
Yeah, and Sunday morning rain is falling. And share some covers, share some skin. I like that. Clouds are shrouding us in moments unforgettable. You twist to fit the mold that I am in. But things just get so crazy living.
That was good.
That's really high on there.
That was good.
Yeah.
But things just get so crazy. Things just.
But things just get so crazy.
Better.
Okay.
That was good.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of times that I say I don't want you to really be using falsetto. And so what I just did there was have him to kind of let go of that and then come underneath. Thing. I'm not using that completely disconnected disconnected sound. That airiness and that breathiness and falsetto over time, if you're doing it consistently, it's going to cause some wear and tear or damage to your voice. So I'm always trying to get this really high mixed voice. So that's what we're always working for. But again, you don't need to go to these extremes to develop control of your voice, but sometimes it's just fun to play around with these things and see how much you can get. Then, when you go back to singing your own material or material that's really in your comfort range, it's just going to be that much richer because you've forced yourself to develop some better techniques by working on something like this, which is what David's been doing quite a bit. So, anyway, those are some great tips for you. Use them, but use this concept if you're trying to correct some of those old habits of just thinking and hearing where you're just going straight into your words instead of always going back in your throat and causing yourself to be cut off, as it were.